EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Toronto Mounties and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And they'll begin by running the option. And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cunningham. Touchdown! Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a play fake. Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 29 yards. And the Mounties have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. Also,
and the ball is knocked out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st
first down? And I do, but let's face it. You know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball notch free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Mounties are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Leach. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Finding room at midfield. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Leach. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Here we go.
Lance looking to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
But partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Black Ultra.
From the 29, Lance. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On play action, Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Lance. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Mounties are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leach. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go play action here on 1st down. This will go to Henry out wide. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. To throw on 2nd down, Leach. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 30 yards. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here we go. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Ready? McCaffrey on the counter. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Leach.
That's caught. It's Cunningham.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On 1st and 10, Leach over the middle, complete. It's Cunningham.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They begin with Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. Leach got his man complete over the middle. That's Cunningham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running left, it's Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Leach. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Leach.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Leach.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
In his own end zone, it's Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it right around the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Leach.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here. We're going a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd and goal. Lance over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Mounties are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Leach. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Fred Warner. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Leach. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Off the play fake. Leach. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Leach. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Leach. A check down here for Henry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd down at 4. Back to throw. Leach. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Leach. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the 4th down conversion has them inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Brewer. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. Here we go, sack.
They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out.